Anyone that listening to this message should know that only God and His Son Jesus Christ of Nazareth are worthy of your soul, no one else. Brothers and sisters all over the world and the children of Biafra, I want to explain to every one of you the vision of God. The vision God showed me about the city boys have come to pass. Some of them have come to pass. Because I told you people that the vision of God is not the vision of man. At a appointed time, it will come to pass. It will come to reality, because as long man of God speak what God let him know, is waiting for it to come to pass. As long the man of God did not add his own, did not plus his own, the vision of God must surely come to reality. The vision says about the reason, Tinubu and his son and Nigeria official form CityBoys. It's not what you people think about. They form it for special purpose. Just to destroy the freedom of Biafra. Nothing but to make sure that Biafra freedom will never be established. I want you to listen to the vision, because this vision will tell you more. And from there you will understand what is going on now. God bless you, and peace of God be unto you. Anyone that listens to this message should know that only God and His Son Jesus Christ of Nazareth are worthy of your soul, no one else. Be a true worshiper. Worship God in spirit and in truth. Make your home a peaceful home. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Keep loving. So my brothers and sisters, I want you to listen to this message from beginning to the end so that you will know the mission of all CityBoys movement. You will know the mystery, the secret there. So let us go to the vision God showed me. God brought my spirit into the spiritual world, where I saw a large signboard on a mud house and a shrine. A large signboard on a mud house and on a shrine. The signboard was written, "Welcome to CityBoys movement." The signboard read, "Welcome to CityBoys movement, a place of suffering and pains, where con artists defraud poor people, size their wealth, and use it to increase their own. And I saw a lot of money, some scattered, some bonded together, some hanging on the shrine. And I saw thousands of poor people everywhere. I saw thousands of poor people everywhere, searching for money. Some are searching for money, searching for food, connection, searching for help, searching for those that we talk to, and much more. Each with their own needs, each with... I want to say something here before you can continue listening to the message. It's a land of suffering. You understand that the organization of the CityBoys, is organization of suffering in the life of the poor people. It will produce suffering, starvation. It will produce anapathy in the life of these poor people. Do you understand me? And that is why you understand that organization of all CityBoys represents suffering, represent disappointment and failure, represent poverty, starvation in the life of the poor people. It only increases the rich people wealth, not the poor people. I want you to continue. With their own need, Onye ọbụla were nsogbu. Ha niile were nsogbu. Their own desires are different in the realm of the spirit. Problem. They are narrow. Anyone who entered the shrine and took money had to go inside the mud house and sit on a bench. You understand that the city boys are seeking for the people who have problems. People that can use food to deceive. People that can brainwash the Biafra people that have problems. The Biafra people that can brainwash who are seeking for connection. The Biafra people who are seeking for the things of the earth, who have a lot of problems in their body. So that when they give them that money, they will initiate them and they will now push you into the land of sorrows and tears, pains. They will sit in bench. You understand? These people are assigned to destroy the children of Biafra. These people are assigned to deceive the children of Biafra. These people are assigned to confuse the children of Biafra. They are not assigned to confuse the children of Yoruba or Awasa or Fulani children. No. Only Biafra children. Only the poor people in Biafra. Only the poor people in Biafra. So that they can left that is important and started following them and started campaigning for Tinubu. What is that is important? Biafra freedom. We are getting there. You will understand what I'm telling you. Because the freedom of Biafra is so important for the children of Biafra. But because they have known, Nigeria government, Tinubu and his sons have known, Nigerian officials have known, and that is why they now organize city boys to distract them from that is important to them, so that they will no longer remember the freedom of Biafra. They will no longer remember Biafra again, so that they can capture the soul of the poor people, the soul of the greedy people, the soul of the unsatisfied people, people that is not content with what they have. You will understand it. Let us continue hearing. It was a mysterious mud house, brother. Mysterious mud house. Canaba. And a mysterious bench. Bench. Atiku. It was a mysterious mud house and a mysterious bench. That anyone that enter into that shrine to pick money must enter into mud house and sit on bench. You see, it was a mysterious mud house and a mysterious bench. That anyone that enter into shrine and pick money, anyone that collect money from city boys, anyone that collect money from city boys will end up in suffering generation. You know? And they must sit down in that mysterious mud house. You understand what mud house means in the realm of the spirit? You know? The poverty in you will increase. The sorrows in you will increase. The unhappy in you will increase. The starvation in you will increase. The curse in you will increase. The despair in you will increase. When you enter into that mud house and sit on bench, your generation are already cursed. Because that money they share, because that indomie they share, because that food items they share are cursed. Because it is cursed. God are not happy. They use it as an instrument, as a point of contact to initiate the poor people, to change their mind, to steal the glory of the poor people, to make them more poor and make themselves rich. That is it. Can you ask yourself today, or can you investigate this case? People that collected money from chief priests, people that collected money from Obi Kubana in these city boys, people that collected money from those city boys, and people that collected food items. How did they look now? What is going on in their life? Is there any improvement in their life? Is their life better than yesterday? Is there any good things you can count in their life? Is there any progress? Can that food items or that money change their life, change their internal family, change their generation, change their brothers and sisters, bring progress and success in their life? No, it costs more pain, it costs more sorrow, it costs more cry, weeping in their life. Because those that collected food items, they have eaten it and they shit it out. They have flushed it in toilet. Those that collected money have finished it. They're still suffering. They're still crying. They're still weeping. That thing, city boys share to the poor people. There is nothing like progress it had in their life. Continue hearing.
And I saw 3 people who appear out of nowhere, talking with Nigeria's officials about how they could exploit these people, because that was their legal to defraud them and to deceive them.
You see the legal of the city boys in the life of the poor Igbo people, in the life of the poor Nigeria people, to defraud them, to deceive them, to force them against their will, to force them to follow someone they hate, someone they know that he is corrupt. The government, they know that it cannot profit them anything. The leader, they know that is full of corruption. They force them to do what is against their wish. You know, they want to use the things of the earth, deceive them, use the hunger in their life, deceive them. Use the greed in their life, deceive them. They want to use unsatisfied in their life to deceive them. They want to use their problem to deceive them. Continue hearing.
Them and to deceive them. That it was their legal. Because this was what they truly wanted. Afterward, the 3 men reached an agreement with President Tinubu and his son, and some of others people present in the presence of many people. Many people. You can call it some government official and some individuals. After reaching an agreement,
you see, that was the goal, to make Igbo people to continue to live in the bondage of one Nigeria, to make Igbo people to forget about United States of Biafra, to make Igbo people to forget about the freedom of Biafra. You know, that was their goal, to make Igbo people to abandon their own freedom, to make Igbo people to choose bondage instead of them to choose freedom. And now they reach agreement in the presence of the evil leader and the evil elders and the evil boys that call themselves city boys, just to defraud you, just to brainwash you. Turn your side down. Continue hearing.
After reaching an agreement, they made them a big promise saying, if you can convince the Igbo to support Tinubu, in everything he does.
After they reach agreement, you know, they made them a promise. Who is the people they made a promise? Obi Kubana chief priests and all those city boys. And the people that support them, you don't know. Because there is a lot of people that support them that did not come out with them, that did not show themselves or the picture. They didn't appear for you to know them, who they are. Do you understand? Now, they are getting rich. You know, they made a promise to them, if you can convince the Igbo people to support Tinubu in whatever you do, whether Tinubu do good or bad, just to convince them to support Tinubu, just to let them know that Tinubu have a good vision for them. Is it not what the city boys are doing? Is it not what Obi Kubana and the chief priests and all those city boys are doing now? Is it not what they're doing before? Is it not what they're doing now? That is what show you that the word of God is truth. And nothing can stand against the word of God. I want you to understand. Now, the things they promised them, they promised Obi Kubana chief priests, and some of those city boys, you know, we make them, we increase their riches. We protect them. We made the investment to protect. We made them have many investment. We made them to be hard. Why those that are collecting something from their hand are getting poor every day, are dying in poverty, are suffering. The children are dropping out of the school because they don't have money to pay their school fees. The children cannot eat because they don't have something to support them. Because they have taken the glory, taken the integrity, they have taken the respect, they have taken the mind. They are like animals in the realm of the spirit. Zombie people. Continue hearing.
It does. It will help us to influence Trump and his administration regarding the Biafra freedom movement. You see the mystery. You see the mystery behind the CityBoys movement. You see why they started the CityBoys movement. You see the strategies of Tinubu and his soul. You see the strategies of Nigerian government. Because you people don't understand what is going on in the realm of the spirit.
No.
You people don't know the mystery and why they started the CityBoys movement. You people don't know that they want to use that to influence government of Trump, to influence government Trump, to influence the administration of Trump, to manipulate them. I want us to continue the vision. Let us continue.
You understand the mystery, the mission. Because if Igbo people, poor people, if Igbo poor people and people can support Tinubu, it means Biafra are no more strong. They want to use it to influence the administration of Trump. They want to use it to Trump to let Trump know that Igbo people still living good with Tinubu. They love Tinubu. They love the administration, that they are not asking for freedom of Biafra. They are not asking for United States of Biafra. They are asking Tinubu to continue ruling them. They are comfortable and they are happy under Tinubu administration. This is the mission of the city board. Open your eyes. Mepayage. Abuna mumu ne suare nde mmadụ. Eche ego n'iru ina-emezu ka onukwu. Ifu ekparasi ina-eme ka onukwu. Ifu indomie ina-eme ka onukwu. You know, ifu food items ina-eme ka onukwu. Ifu isi azụ ina-eme ka onukwu. Don't be a fool in the midst of the world. Be wise. Know the mission. Know the reason why they are giving you that money. They are giving you that food items. Know the reason why they are giving you the connection so that you will understand the truth, because the truth will set you free. If you don't know the reason why, they will use your glory and reach themselves. They will use your destiny and reach themselves. They will tap through your destiny. Open your eyes. You know? Open your eyes. You see the mission. Do you see the mission, brothers and sisters? And that mission, they succeed small. Why I said that mission is working for them? The people who supposed to fighting for United States of Biafra, to fighting for Biafra freedom, P2B turned them into village city boys. They're fighting against city boy. P2B have turned them village boys. They're fighting against city boys. Now they are campaigning for P2B. They're now turned into village boys. Village boys group. Village boys movement that are against city boys. Instead of them to fight for Biafra, instead of them to fight for the freedom of Biafra, instead of them to fight to the reason and the kind of Simon Ipan, instead of them to fight that the United States of Biafra will be permanent. Can you watch what is going in Biafra land now? Just go back and watch what is going in Biafra land. You understand? Now some of Biafra people, they have divided their attention into, election 2027. This City Boys movement have divided their attention to another way. People who supposed to be with Ngosora, people who supposed to support Simon Ipan and Kano, Biafra freedom, United States of Biafra, they have divided them. They have taken them away from the freedom. They are following P2B. They are following Atiku. They are following ADC or ACC. They are following another group, fighting for what that cannot profit them, what cannot give them freedom. Instead of them to campaign for Biafra freedom, instead of them to campaign for United States of Biafra, instead of them to seek for the freedom. Is it not what is happening now? Is it not what is happening now? I am talking to you, brothers and sisters, the children of Biafra. Because they want the freedom of Biafra to die. They want USB to die. They don't want USB to be permanent. They don't want Biafra to be liberated. It is working for them small. Some Biafra, Biafra, Ebupugo Huche, from Ebuche Hedefu. Just resting, go and investigate this and I'm talking. You will know the truth. If you watch last year, watch how the people of Biafra love the freedom of Biafra last year. How the people of Biafra love USB, United States of Biafra last year. How they fight with Ngosora, how they fight with children of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, how they're fighting for freedom. The love they have for freedom, the love they have for the freedom of Biafra is dying small. Because City Boys, a push go ebe oyeno, P2B nando teye, Abuzure election 2027. Can ekusi election 2027 boyo na kuzinono ana kosi. Many of them kuzinono lapuso that they don't belong to that one Nigeria. They don't belong to that election. Continue hearing what I'm talking. Because the wicked will never be happy to hear what I'm talking.
I want us to continue. Continue the vision. Let us continue the vision. And I heard them say, we could do it with our money and yours. I heard them saying to Tinubu and his son and his Nigerian administration that we could do it. We could do it with our money and yours. But you should know that the task is an impossible mission. But you should know it is an impossible undertaking. And I heard a strange voice, sounding like a trumpet, saying,
45, and I'm not a native speaker.
Wait, how do you sound so clear?
I train my accent every day.
That's it?
Sounding like a trumpet, saying, loudly to them, go into Igbo country, go into Igbo land, tell them about Tinubu, tell them about the government of Tinubu, tell them about what Tinubu has for them, tell them that the Tinubu loves them, tell them that Tinubu is going to do a lot in Igbo land. Deceive them with promises. Shower them with money. Flatter them. Force them to accept one Nigeria. Force them to accept one Nigeria. This City Boys movement exists not only because of Tinubu, but to undermine Biafra freedom. To undermine Biafra, it's not only because of Tinubu, to undermine Biafra freedom. The Fulani and Yoruba says that money make the Igbo people in Nigeria meaningless. It make the Igbo people in Nigeria, nothing. Because they can be manipulated with money. No matter how intelligent they may be, they can be manipulated with the money. No matter how intelligent an Igbo man may be. That is why money make them useless.
You understand? The same people that form CityBoys say that it is an impossible mission. But they was forced to go out and convince Igbo people. To go out and convince them and promise them that Tinubu have a good future for them, that Tinubu love them, that Tinubu want to do this thing for them. Is it not what Obi Kubana? Is it not what Chief Priests and CityBoys are doing? Is it not what they are doing? It is impossible. They know it is impossible. Yes, CityBoy, some of them now was also because they couldn't convince Igbo people. They convince those they can convince, not all the Igbo people, because now it is nemesis to them. Go and promise them. Shower them with money. That is why Obi Kubana, Chief Priest and Obi Kubana can come and tell you that money and water. Throw him money, shower them. Because they know that Igbo people love money. That's they call Igbo people that when they see money, they are meaningless. When they see money, they are useless. When they see money, they are useless. Because they love money, because they are greedy and full of selfish interest. Because they can sell or betray their brothers or sisters because of the things of the earth, because of materialism, because of money. Go and show them money. Go and show them promise. Promise them. Tell them things that will change their mind. Things they love too much. Use their desire against them. Tell them that Tinubu have a great future for them. Is it not what they are doing? You see, they have succeeded to channel the heart of the son of Biafra to election 2027. ever Peter Obi and Atiku. But you will see what I'm talking about. You see the word of God. You know? And that is why your people Kubana have the right and come out and tell you that Igbo people have no knowledge. This vision, you will hear that no matter how intelligent an Igbo man will be, or Igbo woman will be, that money made them useless. Money made them talk nonsense. Money made them behave like a child, behave like a coward, behave like a useless people. Is it not what happened? Obi Kubana, everyone see him as an intelligent man. Watch all those, some of the city boys, many of them are intelligent. Many of them are not intelligent. But the money made them novice. But the money made them useless, meaningless. Some of them know. No. I want you to understand what is going on. And that is why they continue deceiving the children of Biafra. And that is why they continue brainwashing the children of Biafra. Because they know that the children of Biafra love money, love the things of the earth more than their freedom, more than that's important in their life. Before Obi Kubana Furego Mewezo Konuku. Chief police Fuziego Mewezo Kambe. Imbecile. All those intelligent Igbo people that follow CityBoys, both the one you know and the one you don't know who did not show themselves. Many of them are intelligent because God showed me. But they are onuku because of money, because of promises. And they instruct them to come to your own family, your own brothers and sisters, to promise them to change their wish, change their desire, to direct them to destruction. Now, many of them, but see, election next year can occur. And some of them are there to say Biafra freedom, Biafra because of USB. And many of them are there to tell all those things. Okay, watch. They want to influence Trump administration. Do you know these people continue to, giving people money just to cover up? Giving some people that closer to that administration. Tinubu and his government continue to bribe them, believing that their money and their oil can do anything for them, can make them to deceive Trump, can make them to deceive the administration of Trump, can make them to lie to the Trump. That is why they're bribing the lobbies. Day and night, promising them. Why they are doing it? Because they want to destroy the United States of Biafra. Because they want to destroy the freedom of Biafra. That shows you that they are not afraid of anyone, but they are afraid of Simon the freedom of Biafra.
Useless. When an Igbo man see money, he can do and do. He can betray his brothers or sister. He can kill. He can turn them back to the truth. He or she will start fighting against the truth. That is what Yoruba and Fulani discovered and what they are saying in the realm of the spirit. He said, no matter how intelligent or how smart that Igbo man or woman, may be, when they see money, intelligent will be a history in their life. When they see money, smart and the truth will be a history in their life. They will abandon those things. Abandon those things.
How was that, Choromima?
Those who incite others to betray cannot trust the person they pay. This means that the person paying you cannot trust you. I am talking about the CityBoys movement. The people that paying you to betray your brother, to betray the freedom of Biafra, to betray somebody to betray the effort of Ngosola Bese, will never trust you.
They will never
trust you. They will never trust your friends or your family. Knowing that you could be bribed and manipulated into betraying others, especially if they know that someone else could bribe you and betray them. Someone else can bribe you to betray them. When they succeeded to use you, they will dump you. They will never trust you. Because they have already labeled you a betrayer
100%.
and a traitor. Because they have already know that somebody can use you as an instrument, to betray them. If you can betray your best friend, betray your own freedom. If you can betray your own freedom, then know that another person can bribe you, can use you against them. That is why they cannot trust you. Let's finish the vision before I started talking. Tinubu is not afraid of the upcoming election. Tinubu is not afraid of the upcoming 2027 election. No. But of all Biafra freedom, I told you, the Biafra independent is what Tinubu is afraid. Biafra independent is what Tinubu is afraid. Tinubu's fears is not for the 2027 election. No. Not for P2B. He's not afraid of P2B.
He never be afraid of.
Tinubu fear is Trump and his administration.
To intervene.
Tinubu is afraid of Trump. The influence of Trump and his administration in Nigeria. What Trump and his administration can do.
That is what they are afraid.
That is one of the reasons him and his son and his others organized that CityBoys movement.
Try to understand.
Tinubu's fear is not that he cannot win the election without the support of Igbo land. Without the support of Igbo land. No. What Tinubu fears is Trump and his administration. The freedom of Biafra.
That is
nothing
what
else.
giving them sleepless night.
By lot never declare victory in Nigeria election. Your vote never declare victory in Nigeria
100%.
election. No. But rather, election manipulation is what declare victory. Secret business is what declare victory in Nigeria election. Rigging is what declare victory in Nigeria election. You know it, I know it.
Everybody knows it.
So, the word of God and the vision of God and what God let me know in the realm of the Spirit. Because God let me know the mystery and the mystery of that CityBoys movement. God let me know the reason why they formed that group. The reason why they go for those people that think they can control youth or control people in Igbo land and control the poor people. The reason is to destroy Biafra independent.
That is 100%.
The reason is to influence government of Trump and his administration. The reason is to deceive Trump and his administration. The reason is to let Trump and his administration know that Igbos doesn't need Biafra. That Igbos loves him and loves one Nigeria.
That is it.
So I want to open your eyes as a content creator. I want to open your eyes as an influencer. I want to open your eyes as a media warrior so that you know what you have to say and what you have to do. So you know the secret and the hidden things and the strategies of the
and some of them are not doing it.
And his Nigeria officials.
Some of them are not doing it.
Because when you know it, it will help you.
Was
it will help us to conquer them. It will help us to overcome them. Because when you see them coming out, telling you, when you see Obi Kubana, when you see Kubana chief priest, when you see those people come out to tell you, Zenko, when you see them come out to tell you they cannot support P2B, they will support Tinubu, brother. It is not the reason why.
And that is why they hijack
It is not the reason why they form CityBoys business.
I want to stop here. You see what I'm talking? Eh? That is what Kubana Chupri say, that he wasted his vote for P2B. He cannot support P2B. Obi Kubana, he cannot support P2B. Just to push your direction, move you out of something that is important for you. Just to move you out of Biafra freedom. Just to make the Biafra freedom to turn your life. Just to make United States of Biafra to turn your life. And you still dancing in the music. They succeeded to push many people out from Biafra freedom. And that is why when you open YouTube now, you see content creators, influencers. You see social media warriors who supposed to talk about Biafra freedom, who supposed to talk about United States of Biafra, who supposed to talk about Simon Iban and the Kano, who supposed to talk about Ngosora Bese. You see them talking about P2B, talking about ADC, talking about party, talking about governor, talking about lavish. This one may lie CityBoys and village boys. They attack the sun. There is a problem. They fight. Kubana chief priest run away. They wanted to kill him. Brother, this is what these people need from you. They don't want you to talk about Biafra anymore. They don't want you to talk about the freedom of Biafra. They don't want you to talk about the Simon Iban and the Kano. They don't want you to talk about the United States of Biafra. And they succeeded to overcome some of Biafra people, some of social media warriors. They succeeded to overcome some brain, some medulla oblongata, some mind. That is why when you open YouTube or TikTok or Facebook or some places in social media, you will understand. You will sit there, ADC Manenka, Atiku Menka, Peter Bimenka, Peter Binajeva, Peter Biajareva, ABC Ajeva, ABC Ajeva, Tinubu, Tinubu Menenka, Tinubu Menenka, oh, Tinubu Mene, Ejikabia, 2027 election. Brother, is it what Igbo people are fighting? Igbo people wake up, okay, for now. You see what is going on. Obi Kubanas, those people that started this mission, even said that it is an impossible mission. But they later present the mission. They later started the mission. And succeed to push some of you away from fighting for Biafra freedom. You are now fighting for P2B. You are now fighting for ADC. You are now fighting for party. Fighting for nonsense. And some of them go back. Because now, Igbo people attack them. They receive attack from many places. Some of them go back. Now, so well, Obi Kubana come to tell you that he won't apologize. Why? He have never repented. They just keep watching you people. Because they have already succeeded to do what they want to do. Direct is so if ebi geso lapuzi ifi kwesiri iso na ekirizi gi. Open your eyes.
Form CityBoy business. It is not the reason why they form CityBoy movement. No. It is not because of supporting of, it's not because of P2B. It is not because of election. I want to tell you nothing but the truth. What God showed me. It's not because of election. It is to manipulate the freedom of Biafra. It is because they want to remove the Isaiahs. They want to influence Trump and his administration. They want to deceive the administration of Trump. They don't want administration of Trump to remember what they call freedom of Biafra. They want administration of Trump to support one Nigeria. I want to tell you something you have to understand.
That's what is going on.
Let me start by asking you a question. My question to you today is, how did Tinubu won election? You know the truth. I know the truth. Tinubu know the truth. The former INEC chairman know the truth. Know the kind of business they do. The dead spirit of Buhari know the truth. Every living soul, both the senators, both the House of Representatives, both the House of Assembly, both the governors and ministers know the truth. Both the dead and the living know the truth. All the nation know the truth. How he won the election. He did not win the election because Igbo people support him. Tinubu did not need Igbo to win the election. What God showed me in Lamb of the Spirit. Know it, get it into your ear. Don't be deceived. Don't allow Obi Kubana tree priest and the Senko Nando there to deceive you people. No. Tinubu don't need your vote to win election. Tinubu don't need your ballot to win election. Tinubu don't need your support to win election. Tinubu don't need anything from you to win election. Because he won without his own city, Lagos. Peter will win him in Lagos. In Igbo land, can you mention or tell me how many city Tinubu win in Igbo land in last election? It's not Igbo people that will make him to win. It's not Igbo. If Peter can defeat him in his own city, Lagos, defeat him in Igbo land, you know. So what do you think? You think that Tinubu were no, that is not the reason why they formed those things. You know, no. Tinubu know the secret. The inner caucus know the secret. The son know the secret. They are afraid of America. They are afraid of Ngoso Rabese, Simon Nandi Canon. They are afraid of Biafra freedom. You know, they want to use this movement, CityBoy movement, to manipulate everything. To let the world know that Igbos love one Nigeria. That Igbos still love Tinubu, the president, love whatever he's doing. And that is why you see the crowd. You see the crowd, these people, you know, the crowd, these people boo, you know. You see all those poor people, and then you see, follow them. This is the same people that will come to you, tell you that, you know, Tinubu, that Tinubu government is too bad. There is sorrows and tears. This is the same people that will follow Kubana chief priest, that will follow Obi Kubana, that will follow those people. You know, but it's a shameful thing, and it is abomination. So I want to give you the secret and the hidden things God showed me. I don't want to say this. I don't want to put my mouth in this case. But God continue to trouble me to come and reveal the secret and the mystery of that CityBoys movement. So Biafra, I want every one of you people, both these social media warriors, I want them to come to their normal senses. I want them to know that these people see USB as a threat to them, to one Nigeria. I want you to know that the single Simon Ibanandikano as a threat to one Nigeria. I want you to know that they see Trump and his administration as a threat to one Nigeria. They have sent their wife, and Trump introduced the wife of Tinubu as a Christian, as a good woman, a respectable woman. And the woman go ahead and bait Trump. You know, now you saw the strategies. And the letter Trump Lord Tungoso Rabese is a headache to them. It's giving them headache. In the realm of the spirit, according to what the Lord showed me. You know, brothers and sisters. All the more you look less, you see. If I flow be Cubana and Cubana chief priest in a man, it's the more you look less you see. If I will eat deceive Nibo. So come on, I believe now because of election 2027, election of don't you know how they won? How they win election in Nigeria? The only person that can make Tinubu to fail election is next chairman. Next chairman. If the next chairman is loyal to Tinubu, if the Chief Justice of Nigeria is loyal to Tinubu, if all of them is loyal to Tinubu, he cannot lose the election. You know the truth. I know the truth. Jonathan lost his election because he behaved like a Onuku. Or behaved like a Onuku. He allowed Awusa and then that to brainwash him. All employer Awusa as a neck chairman. Obu no wopleti oyenke ogadi rules. You know, the man betrayed Jonathan. He betrayed Jonathan. So that is why during Buhari he put his own people there who are loyal to him. So, and that is what Tinubu are trying to do. So Tinubu are trying to put his own people there, people that is loyal to him, people that will deliver for him. So the only thing they are afraid now is Biafra freedom. The only thing they are afraid now is what can Trump and his administration do? Can they change mind? Can they declare Biafra independent? Can Trump and his administration, can they become problem? Can they influence Nigeria election? Because, Trump loves P2B and Trump is a P2B supporter. And you should understand the same thing, Tinubu and Buhari, the same thing they did to P2B in last election is the same thing Democratic Party did to Trump. So Trump pity for P2B too. So that is what giving these people headache, not election. You cannot win any president in Nigeria, my left and right, in election. You cannot win it. The president that know his left and right, know what he can do to win. So I want to clear you people. If any nenda na plan here, God keeps showing me the secret and the hidden things. I am highly disappointed. Nebo Obi Kubanano. Because I see that man as a responsible man before. But if he can betray the freedom of Biafra, if he can be used as an instrument to betray the freedom of Biafra, to betray Nandekano Simon Ibangos or Abese and USB, Obi Kubana, repent and change. Kubana chief priest, repent and change. So brothers and sisters, a Solomon, a Timbu, no Kandibo, because of 2027 election, that is why they form this CityBoy movement. They want to betray P2B. My brothers and sisters, that is not what is going on in the name of the Spirit. What you people thought is another things. Another thing they put in your head. It's not the problem. It's not the reason why they form those things. It's not the reason why they form those things. The reason why is to stop Biafra freedom. The reason why is to influence Trump, is to do what that pleases Trump. To Trump know that even if we can jubilate within the supporters of Tinubu, we can support the crowd. That is the reason why. Can I stand up? Let us stand on our feet to defend our freedom, to defend our independence. Let us stand on our feet to fight for our freedom. Let us support Ngosora Besa and USB. Let us support Simon Ibana and Kanu, whether good or bad. Let us support them. If we want to get Messiah, Let us support them from beginning to the end. She has been doing a great work and a marvelous work. So let us watch her back and let us continue praying day and night so that God will show you secret and hidden things and the strategies of the wicked and the people that is against Biafra freedom and the secret and the hidden things about the enemies of the Biafra freedom. Because if you are praying for Biafra, praying for someone in the Kano, praying for God's praying for the freedom of Biafra, God will reveal to you. If God did not show you a vision, she will show you something in your dream. She will show you great and mighty thing. She will show you great and mighty thing that you will use to support the Biafra freedom, that you will use to support Simon and the Kano. This is what God showed me. I did not plus, I did not minus. If you like, you believe. If you don't like, call me a fake pastor, call me names. It doesn't move me. Whether you call me fake or whether you call me name, it's not my problem and it can never be my problem. My problem is to speak nothing but the truth. My problem is to pass the truth. The vision of God will come to pass at a appointed time. You will know the reason why they started this. The reason why they formed this group. The reason why CityBoys movement formed. You will know the reason at the appointed time. Anyone that listens to this message should know that only God and His Son Jesus Christ of Nazareth are worthy of your soul, no one else.
My brothers and sisters, I want to stop here. As I say at the end of this video, that at the appointed time, you will know the reason why they formed CityBoys. Obi Kubana will confess at the appointed time. One of them must surely speak the truth. Therefore, you now understand that the vision of God is not the vision of man. God bless you.